Hi, my name is Doug Windiker, QA Product Specialist, and today we're going to look at the communication from our measuring devices back to the QA Supervisor software. So let's take a look. Okay, so today we're going to cover setting up a new measuring device in QA Supervisor. So I'm going to log into the software here, and I'm going to navigate over to main data measuring devices, and this is the measuring devices that I have currently in our software. So I have some IRC connects, I have an ST wrench, and there's two STpads there in the middle of that list, and they have a blue line over to the left side. That blue line is our indication that these two devices are communicating on the network and the software sees them. So let's look in detail to this STpad here. So you can see it says online right here. Yes, so it is online. And again, that's validated by that blue line. So, and this is what we're going to be entering in. And what we're going to enter in is an STpalm. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to close out of this window and go up here to the right, upper right, and hit Add. And I open up Add Measuring Device field. So not all these fields are required to entering a new measuring device. So what I'm going to do is hit Save. And the software is going to let me know what's absolutely required. So as you see, we just need a name, model, and serial number. Really is all required to enter a measuring device right now. So let's do that. So let's add this in. So I'll give it a name. I'm going to select the model number. It's an STpalm. The serial number is A139619. So that's where I got that in my name there. That's 619. It's actually part of the serial number, the last 3 digits serial number. So I'm not going to enter a description in here. I think itself, the name has STpalm in it already. And I'm not going to enter an identifier, unique identifier number for it. In this case, I know what it is. Unique identifiers are maybe customers have asset numbers assigned to different devices or devices that they own or product that they own. I'm not going to put that in there. It's not required. So the next thing down here is location. And location by default says Atlas Copco. And the reason it says Atlas Copco is my factory structure in my software. Atlas Copco is the name of the factory I have at the very top level. So that's where it's going to default to. But just note that we can actually be very specific in its location. So if we have any sub buildings or lines or something like that, or maybe tool cribs, we can put that in, and we can be very, very specific where it's where this device is going to reside. But I'm going to leave it at the highest level up here. I'm going to hit Apply. And then next thing I'm going to do is move down to status. So by default, when we're entering in a new device, the status is in use. We have a couple other options underneath here. We have service, repair, and scrap disabled. So if our device is already in use and we need to send it in for some kind of service or repair, we can change the status to service repair, and then effectively what we can do is unlicense it and then possibly move that license over to a spare. So that's the reason why we have that, and that's the next thing I have to do here now is license this product. So as I move that slide over, I've consumed one of my 5 licenses and I've licensed this measuring device. So, and I'm going to leave the next things by their default, the delete memory, enabled delete measures. I'm going to leave that as they are. And then under connectivity here, this is important. This is where we need to put in the device name or the static IP address. So I have a static IP address for this STpalm. I already have programmed in the STpalm, so it's already got that in there. It's already communicating. So when we hit save here, I should be able to establish communication right away. So my static IP is in there. I'm going to leave the port at 60,005. That's default. And I'm going to select my supplier now. This will be Atlas Copco. And then my purchase date, if I just click on the field, it's going to open up a calendar and I can select what date I actually received this product and put it in use. So, and then underneath there we can attach calibration certificates if we needed to, and then we have connected measuring devices to this STpalm. So if I knew I was going to be communicating with an ST wrench in this case, if I needed to do some joint checks, I can go up here and select which measuring device. I'm actually going to leave this blank right now, and I'll maybe come back to this later when I decide what wrench I'm going to use or what IRC connect I'm going to use. And then underneath there we have connected transducers, and then we have a note field at the very bottom here, so we can see if we wanted to add a note to this. So the next thing I have to do is hit save. And my list has been refreshed over here, and you can see here's the new measuring device that I added, the STpalm 619 Doug. There is no blue line over there to the left, so what I need to do now at this point is go in and make sure my palm is on and communicating or up, in the software, and then hit refresh online and see if it pops up in our measuring devices. So I expect that this is going to start communicating right away. So yep, and there it is. So we got the blue line over to the left of the measuring device, so I know it's communicating, and we're ready to send some routes down to this STpalm and collect some data. So, and then after we've collected data, if we did that, if we shipped a route down there, we've gone and collected some data, maybe some residual joint checks. The next thing you need to do to collect the results from our new measuring devices is highlight them and then go over here and hit get results, and that's going to open up the synchronization window. And that was awful quick. There is probably no results in there, so that's why we got that synchronized completed successfully so fast. Is probably there's nothing in there, but that's the procedure: is go up here, hit get results, and it is pretty quick when it brings in the results. So we should get that green notification back, and then what we need to do next is actually go to the inspections results. And if there was data in there, they would show up here, and this is where we would actually view the results and look at the tests. So if I had some residual checks from that, and this is where we'd see the data. So that was the communication between QA Supervisor software back to our measuring devices. If you have any further questions, contact your Atlas Copco rep, and thank you for watching.